points where control can slip. To master yourself is not to avoid these triggers, but to meet them with measured response, with calm observation, and ultimately with the choice to do nothing. Every time someone calls your name in accusation or attempts to elicit reaction, you decide whether it is worthy of your attention. That decision is your power. Silence has consequences that words cannot replicate. It is a mirror in which others see themselves, not you. It denies them validation, leaves them suspended in uncertainty, and reveals the futility of their attempts to manipulate. While they expend effort trying to elicit a response, you preserve your focus, energy, and clarity. Time spent in restraint is not wasted. It is invested in your growth, your understanding, and your unshakable composure. To act without reaction, to exist without compulsion, is to live aligned with principle rather than impulse. You begin to observe life rather than be pulled into it. You conserve energy for matters that serve your purpose and release the illusion of obligation to those who demand it without merit. Each withheld response reinforces your autonomy. Each moment of restraint strengthens your inner stability, and each conscious choice not to engage preserves your peace. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." By resisting the compulsion to explain, defend, or react, you discover the true contours of your own mind. You see clearly where your energy is spent, what you value, and which interactions matter. You cultivate clarity, resilience, and discernment. The act of ignoring the unnecessary, of refusing to react, becomes a mirror, reflecting not the chaos of the world, but the stability of your own reason. By choosing where your attention goes, by selecting which provocations you meet and which you let pass, you reclaim your life. You become the architect of your mental landscape, the guardian of your calm, the master of your inner state. Every interaction, every potential disturbance is filtered through judgment aligned with purpose. The discipline of non-reaction, of measured silence, transforms the ordinary into opportunity and the chaotic into manageable. This is the beginning of mastery, not mastery over others, but over self. The strength to remain unmoved, the clarity to see value, and the patience to conserve energy form the foundation of inner power. Each choice, each deliberate moment of restraint brings you closer to the life you were capable of living all along. Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." By learning not to react, you reduce unnecessary suffering. You deny them. You return focus to your goals, your purpose, your serenity. Good morning, Shay. This is not avoidance. It is strategy. This is self-mastery. When you stop giving away pieces of yourself in fruitless conflict, when you guard your attention as a sacred resource, and when you choose silence over reaction, you are no longer at the mercy of the world. You move deliberately, act with purpose, and conserve what is truly yours. The strength to withhold, the courage I got the camera up. I don't know. And the wisdom to remain unmoved form the essence of living a life. Am I looking too much like the camera? And stoic power. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By exercising restraint, you exercise freedom. Every moment you resist the pull of unnecessary engagement, you reclaim energy, preserve calm, and assert your sovereignty. Reaction is a choice, and by choosing carefully, you choose the life you wish to lead. Attention is a form of currency. Yeah, I do practice stoicism. Every moment spent on someone is an investment. Unlike money, it cannot be earned back once spent, and yet most of us give it away carelessly. Early in the morning, before I go to work, the effort poured into I watch stoicism, explaining our choices or reacting to provocations is returned in chaos, distraction, or frustration. And the truth is, no one benefits more from that exchange than the one who disrupts your calm. I'm doing fine, how are you? When you guard your attention, when you choose silence over reaction, You
Hey,
reclaim
bossy.
the control that has been quietly
This is my
slipping
normal
from
time
your
I be
hands.
up. I get up this
The
early.
power is not in engaging, but in discerning where your energy matters
Good
and where
morning.
it does not. Each moment spent
Me and my people
deliberately,
went
each interaction
kind of
chosen
out
carefully, is
yesterday.
a reinforcement of autonomy. Every withheld response is a reclaiming
Hey.
of your own life, an assertion that your inner state is not a resource to be
Hey,
exploited by
everybody.
anyone who happens to demand it.
Hey,
Consider
OC
the people
girl.
who constantly
Good
pull
to
at
see
your
you, OC
focus,
girl.
the ones who thrive on drama, the ones who feed
Look,
on
the ones who
conflict,
thrive on
the
drama.
ones who seek validation by drawing you into
Y'all
their
just watch
turbulence.
this.
Each time you respond, each time you react, you give them proof that they have control. But when you choose not to, when your attention becomes a scarce commodity, the balance shifts.
You hear
The
that?
energy they expected to draw from you is no longer available, and the consequences are not obvious at first, but they are profound. The discipline to guard attention is not about ignoring responsibilities or abandoning care. It is about prioritizing what aligns with your purpose and values. It is about recognizing that your energy is finite and precious, and that
Y'all
its
listen to
allocation
this.
is a reflection of your priorities. By treating attention as sacred, you enforce a standard for interactions, one that discourages exploitation and encourages meaningful engagement. When every word, glance, and gesture is intentional, the world begins to operate under your terms, and you
Yes, y'all
reclaim a
mingle.
quiet
Y'all speak to each
authority over
other.
your life. Imagine the difference it would make if every conversation you entered, every response you considered,
Boss, I need to talk
was
to you about
measured against a
something.
single question. Does this deserve my
For real,
attention?
for real.
The habitual reflex to react, to explain, to justify, fades when faced with deliberate choice. In its place emerges clarity, presence, and control. The moments
I'm
that
have to
once
clear your
scattered
mind
your
early
focus.
in the morning. But good morning to all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I wish I had 10 more minutes of sleep. Both, yeah, I need to get at you. But anyway, if y'all notice, I'm back sleeping in my own bedroom. I'm back in my own bedroom. It feels so good. My own bed. Back to sleep. Okay, OC girl. Much love to you. Y'all just make it a great day. What's today, Monday? I work every day, so you have a very blessed day. Y'all protect and guard y'all energy. There are energy suckers out here.